At 3 months old, Kyrie was diagnosed with dilated cardiomyopathy. The left side of his heart was bigger than the right. While he was in the hospital, he dropped his oxygen in the beginning of the day, and then later that night, he dropped his oxygen and his heart rate, and it was declining pretty fastly. So they went to put in a ventilator, and they didn't have enough time to get him sedated to where he wouldn't feel anything. So when they placed the ventilator, he coded and went into cardiac arrest. They did CPR for 10 minutes and got him back.
When we need to have a blood transfusion during any transplant surgery or post-surgery, it's very important. Of course, we try to minimize the use of blood transfusion, but it's necessary for graft and organ survival.
We had a meeting with his cardiology team, and transplant was mentioned, and that was honestly the only thing that was going to keep him alive, was a transplant.
In the transplant world, when a blood transfusion is needed, it's needed because nothing else has worked.
I was talking to somebody that was on the fence of donating blood. I would encourage them to donate.
It's adequate to have an ample supply of all blood types ready and available for transplant, especially, well, for all surgeries, but for transplant, because we never know when we're going to have an organ that's made available for somebody who's been waiting for a transplant.
You give somebody life. I watched Kyrie perk all the way up after his transfusions. He went from being pale, his gases were low, lethargic, many other symptoms, to when after he was transfused, it all went away. I mean, in an hour, if that. So I would definitely encourage anybody and everybody to donate blood. Because I've seen this and this is my reality, I encourage everybody to become an organ donor. I wasn't before, but I am now, and I encourage you to be as well. If it wasn't for organ and blood donation today, he wouldn't be here. And I cherish every moment of it, and I'm so thankful that we had those 6 donors and his organ donor to get us here today. And maybe one day another donor will keep his life even further. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here today.